What's up, y'all? This is Drake on You're Now Tuned In to OD Podcast. On air.
You know, I thought about getting on air. I want to get a sign that says studio this way.
Oh, on air. You can put it. That'll be fine.
That's what I was saying the first time, but I had changed my mind. McCandia. What's the problem?
Why do you keep singing that song?
McCandia.
Okay.
McCandia.
Oh, okay.
Let me try to sing for a boy if you.
Come on, Mo.
Boy, if you ever left. You know that name? You know, singing around in the family because Monica is an Arnold.
Okay.
But she gonna change her name to Monica Denise. Girl.
Me. She was trying to be me.
Anyway, what's up, Draco?
McCandia. Oh, wow. You
sorry.
just hate me.
McCandia. Shout out to Spice. Somebody said her and Cash Doll look like the Fairly Odd Parents. Oh. And the BET Hip Hop Awards. Did you attend the awards?
I didn't attend it.
Oh, and I'm sorry to hear that.
So, I mean, girl, I didn't want to go.
Oh, you do want to go.
I do want to go.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I want to go so bad.
Yeah, what you mean? Because I want to go.
Year.
There you go. We're going to be getting an award next year.
I was extremely tired. That's why I didn't want to go.
Oh, but you had the option.
Yeah, I did.
Even if you had the option. All right.
I had the option.
So what you been? I know you was super tired from a bunch of bookings you had this weekend.
Oh my gosh, I've been booked and busy all week.
What's your what is your desired day of booked? Like, how many clients would you like to have in a day?
Realistically, I want to get to a point where I can do 3 people a day.
Okay.
Just 3. And the only reason why I say that is because I like to take my time on my clients and like go off. Like if they want a certain look, I want to do it. I want to have time to do it. I don't want to be like, doing my regular dagular. Then I have to go to the next person. Like, no, I need to give them a complete boom.
So you need 3 like
3 day
spaced
rates
out though. So like 9, 12, 3 type jump.
I don't care what time. I just want it to.
Well, they can't be 1, 2, and 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's true. But okay, maybe I should say 2 then.
Well, I think the big determining factor is scheduling, right?
Okay, let's rephrase that. Let's redo it because I thought about it. 2 clients, and then I can get paid 2 half-day rates.
Okay.
A day. Somebody said that 6 figures in entrepreneurship is $274 a day.
Yeah, 7 days a week. I want an off day.
When you're a makeup artist, your job isn't that hard, especially if you don't have to do a lot.
But my worst
fear is getting a client that sweats a lot.
Ooh.
Because
have you had that?
Or that is extremely oily. Yeah, but a lot of times I don't have to be around them that much. Like I do it. I know how to prevent it, but sometimes it's hard.
Oh Lord, I know some people. I ain't gonna lie to you. They sweat just from the sun rising.
Megan Thee Stallion.
She sweat a lot.
Girl, I'll be looking at her pictures and like now it's getting better, but I think that she has to wear a lot of makeup because when she first started, her center of her face, it will always be skin. The makeup gone because the oil just...
Really? Do you think that comes from her skin or is it just from being super active? It's
just her skin. You can tell sweat and oil. Like sweat won't make your makeup for real go off that easily. Like it was gone. It looked like a blotting paper. You ever had it? Yeah, it looks...
Yeah, I know about it. Don't try to try me.
A lot of people don't know.
On My Girl, the movie, she taught her how to take the lipstick off her lips with blotting paper.
Why would you take it off her lips?
She was just trying to make it even. She was a little girl. She put on... Anyway, so...
Okay.
What have I been... I've been doing a lot of around the house stuff.
Yeah, I see you got your new grass patio.
Yes, I have been... Y'all,
it's actually really cute. I know I read it, but it is cute.
You ain't read nothing. You got to accept the read for it to be a read.
Okay.
But so I had a couple of DIY projects that I wanted to do. So number one was like my countertops in my kitchen, and then painting my cabinets instead of replacing them because they're in good condition. But I have just decided to leave my kitchen how it is. It's just that my condo that I had was very updated, and so I kind of got spoiled to that look. But my kitchen actually is nice. Like there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm just gonna probably maybe add like some tile, some backsplash. But my patio, one of them, I wanted the grassy look. I really love the grassy look. I just can't help it. But I basically went to Home Depot, got some grass carpet, some outdoor carpet, and I had it cut. They don't cut anything that is shorter than a 12. Basically, it has to be 12 feet wide no matter what. My patio is an 8x7, so I had to get a 12x7 rug and literally drug. That's why it smelled like that in the house.
It just smelled like paint.
Yeah, it was like, because it's like fresh plastic. Well, it's not plastic. It's synthetic something. It don't even matter. But anywho, yeah, so I had to cut it. So I was very I was sticky, honey. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I went out on the patio, I cut it along the certain size, and I left it. So now I'm gonna get this. So it's between two patio sets, and I'm gonna get one from Target, one from IKEA. I really want the Target one because it's cuter, but the IKEA one is more accessible and it's made of more durable material. So I'll probably get that instead. Yeah, so that's what's going on right now. And then my sofa is going to be here this Thursday. And then I'm going to get some artwork. And I should be ready to invite people over besides you. Because you've been over here. The studio's coming together a little bit. Got a little desk. And I need to get a chair. And then once we get our background details, then background information. Once we get our background details together, we'll be ready for video. Boom.
Yeah.
That's really it. I kind of had a free weekend. I went to the outlets yesterday, got a lot of shoes for cheap, like $30-$40 from Nike and Adidas.
I need to go. Which one you went to?
Kennesaw. Well, Woodstock.
I need to go there. I want some workout clothes.
Yeah, you definitely gonna find them. So if you want, and I don't know if me and my boyfriend are gonna go, but between the 30th and the 4th, at the end of this month, they're having like a friends and family event out there. And I think Nike is like everything additional 30% off type stuff. And then they do all the retail me not coupons. So I think it's cool, but I got that and I got some shirts. I got little razzle dazzle. Nothing major.
Okay. I do need some new workout shoes and clothes.
They definitely got some, but I got some of the shoes. I'm not sure if you could tell from my little Instagram post, but I had got them for $30 yesterday. So they were like something. I think they were like 40 plus 15% off or something like that. And I got these Adidas. They look like the Rihanna Pumas. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I got those for $40. They were 80 plus an additional 50% off. And they worked out. So thank you, God. Okay. And that's really it. I had some work done on the house. That's done behind me. And then the temperature change. It was some AC work. Anywho.
Wish y'all could have seen what I just did.
Yeah, I thought you was about to light it.
I am a lighter.
Oh, God. So, that's really it. I don't have anything exciting to update you.
Yeah. I just worked this weekend. Worked BT Awards. I had some graduation clients.
Graduation? Is it?
Yeah, I had some clients that graduated from Emory yesterday morning. So that's why I was up so early.
Oh, were they nurses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They did have a nursing program. Oh, I think this girl I know, one of Bryson's friends actually graduated from her.
Yep. So I had clients like as early as 6 o'clock, and then my last one I was done at 10:30.
All of them were from Emory?
No, the ones that were before 12 were from Emory. Everything from 12 up. Actually, hold on. Everything from 10:30 up until 10:30 was.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Was BT Awards.
Well.
And club nights.
Did you have any new celebrity clients during the BT Awards? Or you had the same folks?
I had my same girls, which I didn't mind. I love when I have familiar faces on busy days because I know what I use.
Let me tell you, I love that you're doing Regina makeup. And she's always looked nice, but I feel like she look even nicer.
Yeah.
Not to give you too much credit.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's a good compliment. But yeah, my I just try to enhance stuff,
Yeah, she looks good.
I don't like to take away from people's natural beauty. I like to keep it.
Yeah, she looks cute without makeup. Her hair be on point.
Yes, sir. Anywho, so, if you want to learn my look.
I see you.
Yeah. If you want to learn how to achieve that look and you're in Atlanta or you're going to be in the Atlanta area on October 20th, I am having a class. The link of it is in my bio. On my website, you can go to www.dracommakeup.com/classes. And then you can also look at my website because I pay a lot of money for that a month.
Okay. You need you tripping. I hope you ain't overpaying.
I have
okay.
We'll talk about it off air. But no, I'm not overpaying. I'm not overpaying.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I have a hotline to highlight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you remember this girl. We actually, I know I personally never met her.
Okay.
But she did go to middle school with us at Bunch. And
what her name is?
April Bayless. She was really tall.
Yeah, I do know April. I did her makeup before.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know her. I never met her in my life, right? It's so funny. But she also went to Clayton State with me. And I remember seeing her on campus, but like I didn't really have a basis to speak to her because it's like, hey, you went to Bunch? Me too. And now we're at Clayton State. So anyway, for some random reason, she followed me some months ago. Not random reason, I won't say that. She followed me on social media some months ago, and I checked out her page. She's a party planner.
Oh yeah, I think I knew that already.
I'll say. And she does a great job. So number one, I want to say there are a lot of people on social media who say they do event planning, but they really just make balloon arcs.
Okay.
And they go and get to Walmart and get these alphabets and put them on little blocks and stuff. But let me tell you something. April really goes all out. She has her friend circle. They all have had special themed parties and events, and she's done it. I mean, and, for real, the quality is so good. I'm just like, who did this? And I'm like, of course it was her. So her company is called Glitterworks Events, and they have a website, glitterworksevents.com. I'm gonna put them in the put the details in the episode notes. But she on top of a party planner, she's also a dental hygienist. It's like, and she's a mom. But yeah, so anywho, I think you guys should check her out. Her Instagram is such a _vibrant thing. And it's spelled SUCHA _VIBRANTTHANG. On top of the ability for her to plan your party, she also has an event planner. And it's kind of like, if you don't want to get an event planner, but you want to make sure you do all the appropriate steps, it's like a journal to fill in the blank. Like, hey, did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do that? And it's actually great quality. I think it's super dope. I always think about if I do this, I wonder if I can go to April.
I want to put an event together, so maybe I could use her for
that. I mean quality.
But I just don't know what type. I always say that. I always want to do an event or put on an event or a party or something. But what would be my reasoning behind it?
Let me tell you, she's done people's bachelorette weekends, birthday dinners, things that just are, to me, it's just very creative. And I think it stands out when you look at all the other social media party planners. Even from just the attire. I mean, it's great. But anywho, I want you guys to see for yourself. So I'm going to tag April's business in the comments. Hey, girl. And,
hey, April. What's T, girl?
But yeah, no, she's super dope. So shout out to her.
Yeah, I think me and April was in either band or orchestra together. One of them.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember.
Yeah, she was in the 8th grade. No, she was in the 6th grade when we were in the 8th grade. So,
I remember.
Yeah. And I just remember her from being super tall. And it's so funny because even though I never met her, I knew. Even though I never.
Sorry.
Even though I never met her, I just remember her standing out, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Such a Vibrant Thing, aka April Bayless at Glitterworks.
Yes, go ahead. Okay, so listen. Okay, we got some shop talk today, but I think that let me just start this off by saying how in love I am with Summer Walker's album. I'm sorry,
I just played it today.
To it. I keep listening to it.
It's very I'm in love with you, but also
I hate you.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those. I think I like her so much because she's just super relatable. She has a really, really, really beautiful voice.
She does.
I think that she's just so talented, and I like the music. I like it. I feel like the music that's out now, as far as R&B artists, they kind of changing the tone. I will say that a lot of these artists kind of sound alike, but that's the same thing with rap. But everybody is coming out with the accenty music. They either have a weird accent or
I know exactly what you mean.
It's airy, very, I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's real kind of the same, but I feel like her voice is just I don't know. It's
one of those situations where you would hear somebody sing and then you would see her and you just would not think that was her. What she got? I mean, not that this qualifies you to not have talent, but she has face tats. I believe she was a stripper.
Yeah, she was.
And
she worked at the same strip club I worked at.
At Onyx?
No, I worked at Dreams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did makeup in there.
What's really cool too is strippers usually become rappers, and she is a singer, and this is a completely different dynamic. But she's also very hippie. It's just a very.
You know what's so crazy though? I don't know if you ever watched that show. It was a show on I think YouTube or something about strip clubs in Atlanta, and just
was this recent?
It was maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh no, I don't know.
But basically, they were just showing their lives outside of strip clubs. And a lot of strippers be having, like, I know strippers that have cleaning businesses. Like, in the daytime, they have girls that go to people's houses and clean their houses. And then at night, they dance for extra money. Mm-hmm. This one girl, she had, on the show, she had, like, crazy animals in her house. She had pigs and monkeys, all type of stuff. It was,
is that healthy?
I don't know.
Are you just trying to point out the dynamic between?
Yeah, because I think that a lot of times people just think that that's just their life, but I mean, you would think that after watching the Players Club that you wouldn't put all strippers in the same category.
Yeah, well, I think number one, since we're in Atlanta, it's kind of like, okay, you strip and what type of thing. Yeah. But some people definitely, I mean, even people here, they have this perceived image. Okay. Or they just look at strippers a different kind of way. They're like, like obviously, yes, they show their body for money, but this is their job. You know what I'm saying?
We don't shame sex workers over here.
Yeah, baby. and they're dancing. First of all, it's an art. It's a sport. Let's be very clear.
And I like that it's becoming like an actual thing to respect strippers, because I feel like a lot of them put so much time and effort into learning how to pole dance, and like it's so healthy for your body.
Yeah, you're right.
That take a lot of upper body strength.
Your lower body, but no, you're absolutely right. They be dancing all night. I think that what people start to judge is the things that come outside of dancing on the pole, which can vary case by case, right? But I think that there definitely is an art in stripping. Even, I mean, if you think about it, we have burlesque dancers, people who just specialize in pole theatrics and things like that. But I think it's super dope. Hey, strip away, sis. I support the nigga hustle.
Yeah, so shout outs to Summer Walk. Summer Denise Walker. They ain't her
What's
name
your favorite
forever.
song? You have one?
I actually made a list this morning. I was talking about it in my
Don't
group
say
text.
Girls Need Love.
No, that is so corny. I mean, the song isn't corny, but I'm just saying, like, out of all those songs on there, you're going to pick something that is old.
The reason why I said that, because the baby was on Instagram the other day, and he was in the store, and these two girls, I guess he was performing at their school. Anyway, these two girls came in there, and they were like, oh my God, we love you, we love the album. He was like, what's your favorite song? And the first girl said Intro, which is the song that he released. And then the other girl was like, what's your favorite song? She was like, Intro too. I'm like, girl... Y'all ain't listen to that album.
Were they in Walgreens or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
First of all, let me just point out the fact that I think that the baby's security guard is so fine.
I will say he's a very normal looking security guard, number one.
So fine. He was Nicki Minaj's security guard for like 5 minutes. He was Black China's security guard, and he was somebody else. So you didn't
follow his career?
No, I just noticed it because he was somebody's security guard first before all of them. Yeah. And people kept posting him, and then they found his page, and I was like, whoa, hold on.
Oh, my God. Yeah, and the baby, I don't know how he was with the other people, but he has like a personality with them. He was on Breakfast Club with him. And
the security guard was? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the security guard is popular on Instagram. Like, he's like popping. But anywho, back to the initial question. In order, I think this order changed because this was my order yesterday, actually, not today. But it is Body, Nobody Else, Come Through, Potential, Drunk Dialing, Anime, Me, and Like It. Add I'll Kill You on there, and I think that's probably my number 2.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what my favorite is yet. I only listened to it once.
I've listened to it like 70 times.
I think I know the Baby's album and Young and May.
I haven't listened to the Baby's album yet.
I would personally say I liked his last project better. I don't know if that was an album though, but I did like it better. It was one of those ones that I played 100 billion times. But yeah, I do like this Kirk album, but I like the last one first. I mean, because the last one better. I think just because it's fun. It's just very fun to listen to. But he really went hard on this new album, so it's more serious. But I'm very childish and I like childish stuff. So
he got to show his talent, because I mean, I be reading some stuff about the Baby's music, and people always pick at his height and just the way he looks.
Hating. Like, have y'all seen any of these artists in person before? Because they all short.
But they was like saying that his music, his beats be sounding like giants walking on cartoons. Like doom, doom, doom.
Well, you know what? He's very animated though, and it goes along with his videos. I think it's dope. And I hate when people say stupid stuff like, "Oh, all his music sound the same." It's like people have a flow. You could say the same thing about Lil Baby. You could say the same thing about freaking Run DMC and Big Sean. Like they all have a flow, and that's just kind of their sound. Like y'all need to shut up.
Not all rappers are obligated to switch up their flow or try different stuff just because that's what we're used to.
And guess what? Exactly. And then as soon as they try to do something else, it don't work for them, and now we don't hear from them no more.
Yeah,
because they lost us.
Stick to what you know, boo.
Exactly. Try a little bit, but on somebody else's song.
Weird.
So
yeah, that was one.
Oh, my bad.
That was it. No, that was just my shop. I'm trying to think it was something else I want to talk about so bad. But what you had? Do you have something?
I want to talk about the Cardi B thing, but honestly, I'm not that educated on it, on the actual situation that sparked it off. Actually, I know enough. So apparently, this is what I gathered. There was an interview that Cardi did with a company, a blog or somebody. I don't know.
Access Hollywood.
Okay, true.
I know.
Is that Jason Lee's people?
No, that's Hollywood Unlocked.
You're right. Okay, so anyway, they did an interview with Cardi B, and I think she said something along the terms of like her mother watches her baby a lot, and she wants to be there more for her baby because she knows some people their baby is calling somebody else mama, but they flipped it and made it. Someone else, Cardi B is calling other people mommy, and it just became this thing where what she was trying to make an example when they took it as her word, like for face value, and she just went off on social media, and she said something along the terms of, "I hope your mother gets AIDS." And I'm just like,
she don't spit in their face. She said, "I hope your mother gets AIDS."
She just went off, and I get why she went off. I totally understand, but I think that for me, it kind of like I love Cardi B, but I really hate that she gets so heated publicly like that because I feel like it impacts her brand. Like, I feel like she was doing so good for a long time.
Yeah,
and this happened.
This happens every year around this time. If you know, well, I don't know if you noticed, but I remember last year she deleted her Instagram around this time too.
Oh, she deleted her Instagram?
She said the other day, she said once her birthday comes, she's going to delete it.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I get I think, I hate the fact that people don't get that. Like, people don't understand, like, they're like, she's human. And she came from the streets. She's going to say, and I understand that. I understand that she's human. But when you in a public eye like that, your stuff is going to be said about you. And not to compare her to other artists, but I'm like, realistically, Beyonce is a really good example.
That's a very high bar, but I understand. Yeah,
I mean, that is a high bar, but it just goes to show that people do not care on what level you are on. They're going to talk about your kids.
Right, and now people know your triggers.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's the part that I be wondering. I'm like, now people know how to bother you.
Right.
Like, the week before it was you got into it with 10-year-olds. Now this week you are.
What? See, I missed it.
Yeah, it's like one every week. Now she's trying to defend herself again because everybody doesn't think that she's black. Oh, so I remember a few, like 2-3 months ago, she had posted it. And then she posted another thing again about her grandparents being black. Well, she has some black grandparents.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The black thing is complicated, and I don't think I'm educated or certified enough to make the decision to say whether she's black or not. Because according to the United States of America, 1% is black, and I'm pretty sure she got at least 1% of her, so she's black.
Yeah. From what I read the other day, I read that from the situation with Evelyn. I don't know how accurate it was, but Puerto Ricans are African. They are of African descent.
Yes, they are.
And Dominicans too, right?
Yeah, well, this is what happened. They stole us. They dropped us off. We ended up here.
Yeah.
And along the way, they went to these different islands. They conquered the people, except for Haiti. Shout out to Haitians. Haitians were the only people to defend the quote unquote. No, I'm gonna say colonizers. I'm not gonna say the whatever they call themselves, the explorers. But the Haitians fought back. They were able to maintain their land. But because of that, why Haiti's one of the poorest countries, because they don't get any support from the United States because they didn't allow themselves to be killed off by Christophe Colon and his people. Anyways, but yeah, so a lot of those people are black. There were native people on those lands before black people got there. And so I think that people kind of forget that. But from my understanding, there's a such thing as Afro-Latinas and white Latinas.
I call them Euro.
I never heard of the white Latino reference ever.
Well, I think it's Europe. I think I don't know. I think they refer to them as like Spanish. If I'm probably sounding so wrong, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. Well, Spaniards were part of the colonized squad.
Yeah,
and they slid through these places. But I don't know enough about it. Actually, it'd be cool if we have an Afro-Latina who we could come and explain it, because I don't want to sound ignorant. I think that a lot of people started talking about this a lot more when Marta La Negra was on Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit easier to understand because she looks like an African American. You know what I'm saying? She has dark skin. But with people like Evelyn who are like, listen, I'm black, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm this, I'm that. But then people are like, well, your mom and daddy ain't black. Vega. Yeah. Well, she said her great grandma was black, and I think that's reaching.
That's what Cardi said, though.
Really?
Yeah. That's what Cardi said on Twitter.
The thing about it, I know white people who have black in their DNA. So they black too? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know a white person who has 18% black.
Cardi said that her great grandma is black.
I don't know about that one.
I looked at it. I looked at it.
I need some clarity so I can understand.
I'll show you the picture. You tell me what you think. The first picture is the girl who questioned her because she went off.
Oh, is that who she was beefing with?
No, this is a whole different thing. That's what I'm saying. Every day is something. Oh, Lord. This was the day before that happened. She got into it with a girl on Twitter because the girl was questioning her blackness. But she was like, why are you questioning me? And look at you. Like, you are definitely mixed. You look like you Hispanic, too. You don't even look black.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But, so Cardi made a collage, girl, of the girl picture and her two great-grandparents and her great-granddad, to prove that she's black. And I'm going to just be the first to say it. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I was looking at the pictures and...
They don't look black either.
At all. Not to say that means anything. But they don't look black. So that wasn't... I'm saying that just because I don't think that that's proven anything. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But the thing is, we have white ancestors because they raped our ancestors. So they, at some point there was some European in our DNA. So are we mixed? You get what I'm saying? I feel like where does that line get drawn?
Yeah,
I don't know. I would like to be educated on that subject because I want to speak a little bit more intelligently about it. And I am not at will to tell people who is not black. However, in that specific scenario that you just showed me, I don't know.
Honey.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on.
Wow.
So today
I'm on Instagram now. 25 minutes ago, Beyonce posted, and she made a long caption on her photo about Tyler Perry. I just wanted to say that.
First of all, Beyonce was on the Westside last night,
baby.
So I know she's seen Campbell Road.
She was on Campbell.
She was on. She was on Campbell. Beyonce, you was on Campbell Road. Let me tell you something. I stand. I ain't never made myself a Beyonce stand before Crown Me.
It took her, because you thought she was on Campbell Road back in 2003. So it took her
Oh, God.
I would never let you live that down.
Oh, God. Shout out to Sierra.
Yeah. I would never forget that. I ran out of the house in some SpongeBob house shoes because I thought Beyonce was on Campbell Road because of Alicia. Wow.
It's really my mom. My mama said it was Beyonce, and I believed her. But none of us knew who Sierra was at the time.
Yeah,
so.
And nobody wore a gold bathing suit and jeans.
And blonde hair.
But Beyonce. But yeah, Beyonce was definitely on the West Side last night, celebrating Tyler Perry.
Beyonce rode past Oakland City.
Yes.
Lakewood, West End. I wonder how she got there. Did she get out by the West End? By the Popeyes?
She had to get off at Fort McPherson because that's the entrance. But she is Beyonce. She could have went through the back.
She could have got on right there by you right.
Yeah. We went there. Remember when we went to the Tyler Perry thing?
I know. It's funny though because they're making it seem like he just opened the first black-owned studio, but his stuff has always been there. But maybe this is like a different kind of studio within his studio. Yeah,
I think they just remodeled some of the buildings, and then I saw that they named some of the buildings after popular actresses and actors.
Okay. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, what Tyler Perry's doing is so dope, man. I hope to be able to provide something like that.
This man got a whole exit. He done changed the game. That's the exit that I grew up looking at all the time going home.
Right, Fort McPherson.
Going home, I had to see that on the way home every day.
Yeah, I think it's so dope. And to think about how long Fort Mac was closed and all them, even when it was open, it's just like never in a million years we have thought that it is what it is. And the Medea house just sold a month ago for like $400,000. I wish I was in a position to have bought it. I think that would have been super dope.
Wow.
Because I don't think that's that much. I don't have that kind of money.
And it was remodeled, huh?
For when they filmed, the inside looked really nice. Like it looked just like it did in all the movies. But I would have loved to have lived in that house. I
wouldn't have liked to live there because people would have came. Like they would have been like,
we're gonna do tours. Hello. But anywho, so what I want to talk about today is Rejection.
Yeah.
on different scales. So.
Yes. Sorry, I'm excited.
I'm about to reject you.
No, don't reject me because I was gonna suggest that we talk about it on different areas.
Yeah, so I think we should first start with the most common perception of rejection, right? It's like you trying to shoot your shot. Have you had any attempts, like failed attempts of shooting your shot?
I've had plenty.
Okay.
I've had plenty of failed attempts. I had a situation. Okay, so I definitely got rejected. I got rejected by a freaking celebrity.
You tried to shoot your shot to a celebrity? Well, you know, that don't mean nothing.
The thing is, he shot at me.
What happened?
And I got rejected.
He reneged.
He reneged on it.
Okay, let's go.
I can't say the name. I can't.
Not on air, but
yeah, but
because I'm gonna know.
This guy was in a popular group that I kind of grew up listening to.
Okay, I already know. You told me about this before.
Yeah. And so, we met on Twitter in the DM. He DM'd me first, okay?
What he say?
I basically just tweeted him in support of what he had. I can't even say too much because it's going to be whatever. Anyway, I tweeted him something in support of him. Mm-hmm. And instead of responding back to me, he responded in my DM and was like, "Oh, thank you, baby." And I was like, whoa. Because I didn't even know that, you know, I mean, it was, anywho, I didn't know. Anywho, we used to write each other. I never told nobody because I didn't want people not to believe me. And I didn't want, I didn't want to, like, jinx it. So I'm like, let me just meet him first, whatever. So he had to host the event here in Atlanta. And he was coming from LA. He was going to host the event here. So he ended up inviting me to the event. And it was a red carpet event. I'm young. I had to be about 20. No, I was like 21, 22. And I got to the event. And I saw him. He didn't even know who I was. Like, he didn't even speak to me.
Well, that sound...
I was like...
Oh. I had that situation.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, hey.
And he invited you to the event?
Invited me. How did I get on the list of the event? How?
Yeah, well, he's
hit me up after the event trying to get me to promote his album.
Yikes.
Suck my ass.
I'm pretty sure he still has those same behaviors because ain't nothing really changed. It's actually more public now.
Yeah.
The way he is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So that's funny now that I think about it. Remember that a very popular Atlanta rapper slid in my DMs on Twitter back in the day?
Okay, I remember.
Yeah, and then I saw him at Walmart with another girl. And it was the same. It was giving the same thing that person gave you.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
He didn't even know me.
Yeah.
And it was embarrassing in my head. I said, this is why I never say nothing to nobody. Like, let me would have told everybody, like, oh, I'm talking to so-and-so. This, da-da-da-da.
When you tried to approach him, was it like in a public area? Maybe that's what it was. Because I don't think he's like openly
Here's
doing
the catch. It was at a Pride event.
Really?
Yes. We were at a freaking Pride event.
That's odd.
So it's because in my head, I'm like, if it was a regular event, I would have probably understood that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay, back in that time, I know you had to kind of, times are different now. So I would have been okay. But this was a Pride event. This was like a event though. It wasn't like a
he's
club
got
party.
I feel really bad for him, and I actually just had this conversation with my boyfriend the other day. He got some stuff going on, and I don't think that people are trying to help. They're trying to like
pick at him.
Yeah, pick at him. Yeah, he got some, but I'm not gonna go too far.
But yeah, I definitely got rejected on that level. Have to just throw that out there. I got rejected. I rarely slide in people's DMs. Like I will, but if I do, it'll be like on some compliment and stuff. Like if they post a cute picture and I think they look good, I'll tell them. Like I have no problem with telling nobody that they look good, but it's not ever a situation where I'm like, hey, I think that we should hang out. Let's go on a date. Da da da. What are you doing? Da da da. I feel like that's shooting your shot.
Yeah.
But I don't ever,
I feel you. I have actually always feared rejection, and I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I think the reason why is because you know how dudes like to put out the image of women that they like.
Yeah, me.
And
okay.
so I always feel like I'm not gonna waste my time because I know he's not gonna like me. Which is a shame. I should be more confident in myself, right? But at the same time, rejection is embarrassing, especially when you're trying to shoot your shot.
Yes.
But I've never done it. There are 4 situations in my entire life that I can remember I shot my shot. 2 of them was in high school. Okay. The very first time ever was with Damian Harris. Rest in peace.
Oh wow.
Yep. I remember. So I was in the 7th grade. He was in the 6th, and I was just like, oh my god, he grew up.
What?
I was like, grew up because I didn't see him since Ficky. But anyway, I straight up. So I sent a messenger, right. And then I ain't hear nothing back. And so I went up to him and was like, what's up? And he just was like, no. And I was so hurt. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But anyway, we ended up being real cool.
Wow.
So, rest in peace,
You
Damien.
bold.
I mean, I was new to this.
I know,
you know what
but
I'm saying?
even still, like,
Amanda, you remember used to be friends. She egged me on to do that, John. Actually, she egged me on to do the second situation that I. So she had influenced me to write this letter to this boy, and I wrote it, and matter of fact, speaking of that little quote unquote ad I did today, I write like that as well. And so I wrote the letter. She was like, it's too proper and it's too educated. So she rewrote it. And instead of saying I am, she put like me is type junk.
Oh no.
And so I really didn't want her to give him that, but I was like, whatever. She had to connect. So she gave him the letter, and I never really heard back, but apparently he had a girlfriend, and the girl approached me in the bathroom and was like, you guys cool to that letter? And I was like, I don't know what I said. Actually, I probably didn't even respond, truth be told. But anyway, that was embarrassing. So he didn't per se reject me. He never brought it up. But now I know that y'all sharing this goddamn letter. So he probably showed it to her.
Yes.
And then one time there was this guy on social media. We had been connected for a while. Remember I told you I went to, I had one on a first date with this guy. I never talked to him again. But I had shot my shot with him because I thought it was cool. And then I saw him in person. I didn't like his shoes. So I never talked to him again. And then, what's the 4th one? Oh, that's really, it's it. It's only 3, actually.
Yeah, I never really, ghosting is a part of rejection. I've been ghosted a lot of times. So I definitely have been rejected. I don't do well with it. I just actually was recently rejected. Yeah? Ghosted. Yeah.
Oh, that's his what?
Yeah, I think I'll talk about it.
So is that the conclusion? You think that's what it is? It was a ghost?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't even give it enough time to figure out before I blocked them.
Yeah, as you should.
But that was the reason why, though, is because it's like, I need to know. I like communication. I like to know what's going on. So if you are interested in me and we whatever, like, I feel like you need to always just keep me in the loop of what's going on. How you feeling? If something ain't going right with you or me, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let me know. But a lot of people don't do that, and they just ghost, and it's just like... Yeah,
you know what, though? I will speak for my personal behaviors. I have ghosted. So, I ghosted... I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the examples. I think people ghost because they don't know how to say what they want to say. They don't want to hurt your feelings, right?
That is true.
So, one you remember Joseph? Mm-hmm. I tried to ghost him. Actually, I did. And then remember all them voicemails he was leaving my phone?
Yeah.
So that didn't work out. So
yeah.
I basically just thought I would break up. Basically, this is what happened, y'all. This was like after high school. I started talking to this guy, and he just was lame and weird, and I just didn't want to talk to him no more. And so we were in a relationship on Facebook, and so I broke up with him by breaking up with him on Facebook and then blocked him.
What?
You don't remember that?
No.
So obviously this man has contacted me because he don't know what the heck is going on. And then at the time I was having some issues with my phone, my voicemail, and so I had restarted my phone, and then I had 42 unheard voicemails. And it was him like going crazy. It was sort of like, hey Alicia, I just want to talk to you. Alicia, answer the phone.
Oh, that Joseph.
Yes.
I remember him.
Yes, he was freaking crazy. And I remember I reconnected with him like shortly after that, and he was with another girl, and he like flushed her like she was graduating from I don't know if it was her bachelor's or her master's, but her thesis was on this hard drive, and he flushed it down the toilet and then flooded out her dorm. Like, he was so freaking weird, y'all.
Oh wow.
Right, crazy and weird. Anyway,
I've ghosted people before, and it's been for a reason, but it don't feel good, and I shouldn't do that.
Wait, say what? I'm sorry.
I've ghosted people before.
Okay.
And I know that it doesn't feel good, and I shouldn't do that. It's dumb. I shouldn't.
Yeah, you're
do that,
right.
You know?
I agree. So I remember, I wanted to stop talking to, and thankfully these scenarios I wasn't even in relationships. But this one guy, we were talking for a while, and his teeth were messed up. I couldn't look past. I said I was going to be honest. His teeth were very crowded. Okay.
Okay.
And his jeans were boot cut.
This is petty. What the hell?
I'm being bad. I swear to God, I'm being so honest. And he was very broke. It didn't help. I think he slept in his sister's living room. Okay. And so the last straw was when he asked me to pay for his tuition for Christmas, and I just had to hang up the phone. So it was a lot. You
hung up on him?
No, not literally, but it was actually in person that he asked me that. He was like, you know what you can get me? You can pay for my... No. Because he was on academic probation, so he lost his financial aid. He had too many issues that I couldn't relate to, and I wasn't trying to get through with it. So basically we were texting one day, and I was just like, I don't want to talk to you no more. I was like, I understand that you did this and this, but I don't have any feelings for you, and I was very honest. And then that was the last time we talked, and then I think he tried to. The next time I saw him, I was in another relationship I saw him when I was with my boyfriend at the time. But yep, that, and then that's really it. The guy from the haunted house, I think we ghosted each other, which worked out perfectly. So
yeah, I've had situations like that where it was like I never called them, they never called me.
Yeah, right. But I don't think anybody's ever ghosted me to the point where I'm just like, hello type of situation. Sorry, I'm too cool for that.
I'm not that cool. But I also been rejected jobs.
Yeah. Oh my God.
In the work area.
Oh, like in the industry?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I get rejected to this day, honey.
So wait, do you seek the job yourself, or do they?
Sometimes, like for real. I started young, so I started younger than most. Like especially how high up I was. So I just was interested. I know people that were in the industry that were doing movies and music videos and all this other stuff, and I would ask them for advice, or you know what I'm saying. Like I never wanted them to just tell me to put me on. Like, I ain't say, oh, give me, put me on this job, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what? I'm really learning, and I see that you're doing something that I really want to do one day, and I just want to know if you have any advice for me, or if you can lead me in the direction of, like, a certain class I can take, blah, blah, blah. They will all leave me on red.
Really?
And I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that to me? And I'm coming to you as, like, a genuine person. I genuinely just don't know. I genuinely want to know. And I'm not asking you for anything to, whatever, but I don't know.
Like, this was like in recent years, or this was like...
No, this was like when I was younger, but even in recent years, people do that to me now. Because,
do you think it's because people ask that a lot?
I don't know. But I feel like, but I experience that now. Like, since I have a lot of followers and I work with a lot of people that are, celebrities or whatever. So people DM me and hit me up about stuff like that all the time. So I can understand in some ways that you ignore stuff, because some of that stuff you just don't want to give away for free. Yeah. And that's just me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give you advice here and there, but I think that on my social media, I give out enough. Like, I definitely let people into, like, the products I use, like certain advice, whatever. I do that all the time just because to refrain from those type of messages. But when it gets in depth, I feel like you have to pay for it. But I will tell them that. Yeah. If you feel like I need to pay you for that, or if you feel like I can tell you this, I can teach you, but I have to charge, basically.
I can teach you, but exactly. I have to. Maybe they feel it's too much effort to type it out. They probably like... But people are weird, though. People actually are very not supportive.
You think I don't know that? This industry is hard. Like, working in the industry is terrible. Like, people don't even go after talent no more. They go by who they know. Yeah. They put their friends on. And I get it. You want your girls to win, but I just wait my turn, honestly. Like, I've learned to just not take offense to that type of stuff. I just wait my turn. Like, even up until recently, I get rejected. This really, really, really popular makeup artist in New York was looking for an assistant in Atlanta. She was working on a project. Later on, I found out it was for Target. She was working on an ad for Target, and they was shooting in Atlanta, and she was looking for an assistant to work on it. And so I always write her. She never responds. I always write her on her pictures. I just genuinely love her work. I love her makeup style. I love her personal style. So it don't be
like you riding her dick. You just legit just being supportive.
Yes, like I just like her personal style. I like what she stands for. Like I like the fact that she's so vocal about like her distaste in the industry. Like she's not one of those people that just takes what she's given. If she has a problem with it, no matter how much the money is, she will say her problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's not in a problematic way.
Yeah.
She just definitely is very inspiring, and I really like her work. And so I saw that she was looking for somebody, and she just read it and just didn't respond.
Dang.
But a lot of people from up north and people that work in that particular part of the industry, and which means like movie like Target ads and stuff like that, they look down on people who do reality shows. It bites me in the ass because I live in Atlanta and a lot of reality shows are shot here, so a lot of times that's just what we make our money from because that's really popular here. They shoot a lot of TV shows here, but people outside of Atlanta look down on that. They look down on stylists that do reality shows. They look down on makeup artists.
So does that mean, like, is there a different kind of, like, skill set or experience needed for what she was asking for? Or is it just, in general, she just look at it like, oh, he get food stamps?
Well, when I DM'd her my portfolio.
Okay.
So that's what I do. I separate my Instagram from my website. Like, I definitely can do it. And I try to let people know that. Like, I send them my professional portfolio just so you won't look on my page and be like, oh, he only does the popping girls or the who's who and you do this certain style of makeup. So instead of that, I'll be like, hey, here's my portfolio, check it out, this is what I do. Because realistically, a lot of people that do that style of makeup, they cannot do those type of commercials and those type of ads. It'd be too much makeup on them. And I get it. But I'm like, hey, I don't do that all the time. Like I have it, and it bites me in the ass. That's but I get rejected
like, well,
a lot.
How do you get out of that? Then it's like you kind of gotta just like move. Like I don't understand. That's crazy.
I will have to move and just, or I can just do passion projects. Like for real. A way that I can avoid that is just still take those clients, take those jobs because that's I gotta pay my bills. But just refrain from posting all of that on my page. I can just post like, more editorial work on my page and do projects with photographers that I actually want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I can reel in those type of people.
So does that mean cutting out work a little bit more? Like, to focus on that? Okay.
No. I'm still taking those jobs. I'm just not going to post about it.
Got it.
As much.
Yeah,
but why?
That. Yeah,
I don't live in a I live in a market where like if I post the editorial stuff, I'm not making no money from that. Like I will get maybe like 5 jobs a year because I work with realistically everyday girls, prom girls, weddings, TV shows, you name it, birthday parties, New Year's.
Maybe somebody listening that can put you on.
You know what I'm saying? Like all those type of stuff. So that keeps me busy. That keeps me working. So I don't want to just like reduce what I'm doing, like dumb it down just because I want to work on these different projects. Like I can do both.
Period.
I'm going to post about both. I'm going to do whatever. Maybe that just wasn't for me to work with her, but I felt some type of way.
I would too. I can't even lie. It's like,
and then the fact that she hit up one of my friends.
What's the difference between you and the person that she hit up?
The eyebrows. Oh. Our style of eyebrows is different. I don't know. I'm like, okay. But other than that,
don't take it personal. Maybe she.
I don't. I did. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel you. No, I try to think too because I know we do a different field of work, but I have done interviews where I thought were just exceptional. But I do know that sometimes people have a formula of what they want in their head. But for me, I'm like, I work for these huge companies. I worked on global projects. Like, wow, I know ain't none of your candidates hitting on my resume. Period.
Yeah, period. That's me.
Sometimes they really are just looking for certain things in particular. Sometimes I might overshare my skills so they will feel like I'm overqualified, which has happened. Or sometimes they might not actually be hiring. So they have to, like, a lot of companies or companies in general have to legally post open job positions, even if it's like, even if there's like, I'm going to give it to somebody that's already working here because they want it. It's kind of, you have to actually interview people for no reason. Just waste everybody's time. So
yeah.
There's actually this company that I had interviewed for in January, right? And it's a big company and it was the position I wanted, the money, everything was perfect. So I had the first interview, and they said they would hit me that next week for the second one. They had already told me they wanted the second interview. Okay, cool. I didn't hear from them for 3 months. 3 freaking months. And at this time, like, because the interview had went so well, I'm like annoyed by my existing job, because I'm like, I could be doing this.
Yeah.
Then the guy finally calls me. He's like, hey, they want to bring you in. And it was kind of like a redo of the first interview. Like, they forgot who I was. I don't know. I did answer one question that wasn't like what they were looking for, and I was like, ugh! But I never heard from them again. But they didn't reject me. Like, I went on the portal the other day, and it still says interviewing. And I know, at the time, there was only one person in that position. They had an opening for 3. And he told me they still haven't filled the positions. And I guess it's not really rejection, but it's kind of like they ghosted me.
Yeah, that is ghosting. It was like, okay, so...
Like, what's up? But I think I will say in the industry that, I guess in corporate America, that kind of rejection doesn't bother me as much unless you put me through like 4 or 5 interviews and I ain't got the job. Like, it's kind of like what I expect at this point, to have a phone screening and not hear anything back. But when I finally, like, I had a phone screen with Delta, and I blew it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Because the position I applied for said one thing, and it matched all my criteria. But then the recruiter sent me another description, and so I tailored my answers to that. But then I had the phone interview. He had me describe myself first, and then he told me what he was looking for. And it was what was on the original job posting. And I was freaking mad. I know. So I'm like selling him on all this high priority stuff I worked on when he really wanted somebody who could scribble scrabble. I was so... Delta Airlines, bruh. I don't try to work for them for so long. And so I won't even say I blew it, but I was really down about it. I was salty. Ugh!
No, I feel that. I think that with me, when it comes to work stuff, what I gotta realize is that I think that I've been working in this field for so long. This has been almost 10 years now. And of course, I just built confidence for my work. Like, I believe in my work. I like what I do. And I like the way my work looks, because obviously everybody else like it, because I wouldn't be getting booked for nothing. Okay. So I just genuinely like my stuff, and I take time to learn different styles, and I'm open to trying out new stuff. And it works out for me. But I need to realize that it's not going to work out for every situation. Everybody isn't going to like it. Because even like sometimes I do get sad, or not necessarily sad, but I get really salty. Like if I get turned down from a certain client, or like for the agency I work for, they shouldn't do it this way. But they'll send a text message and they'll be like, hey, I just want to make sure your schedule is clear for this day. I sent this person a few artists from the agency, just trying to see, who is a better fit. And then in my head, I'm like, oh, I would love to do that. I would love to work for them. And then I get a text later like, hey, they went with another artist. I'm like, oh. Great. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
next. But I feel like in your case, it's even worse, because it's like you work based off bookings. So it's like, you clearing your day. Yes. You preparing for this. It's like, I'll lose. I wouldn't even want to do the job no more.
Nah, it's like, I'm telling you, to be a freelancer, especially in the beauty industry, you have to have balls. Not physically, but...
Well, I was about to say, you misogynist.
No, I'm saying you have to have, like, you can't be
tough skin.
You got to, because you're going to get turned away. You're going to get rejected. And I just need to apply that to my love life, because I'm very sensitive when it comes to that part.
I'd be so nonchalant about that now. I think I made myself be that way, because it's like... Your loss. I know I'm fine.
And I need to have that mentality too, though, to be honest. I just got to realize that it just wasn't for me.
I feel you. Well, it makes you feel better when you see who they end up with, and it's like, oh, good. I don't want nobody with that kind of taste.
I don't even make it that far to see them, because I'll definitely be deleting them. And
block. Yeah. No, I feel you. Have you ever been like trying to be somebody's friend and got rejected? Just like a regular friendship. Like you see somebody you think y'all have something in common, and you try to like be around them.
Yeah. It has happened a few times, and they don't necessarily like ghost me to my face. They just
don't invite you around.
Like never. They'll just like laugh out loud at me all the time, or or like little stuff like that. I'm like, oh yeah, they ain't really too fond of me. It almost make you feel like they don't like you, like, because I'm like, I feel like I have one of the best personalities. I'm like, I'm a cool person. Why would you not want to hang out with me? But sometimes that's too much for people.
Yes, and sometimes, like I know in my case, there are people who I think I want to be cool with, And then I decided I want to because the stuff they're into. Like, I don't want to be getting invited over to get drunk. Like, that's just not something I want to do. You're a nice, cool person, but I don't want to be around it. And I think sometimes maybe people in general, they see that you kind of are a good person and they don't want you around. They want somebody who down to do the dirty stuff.
No, man. I ain't with it.
Exactly. They need some more scammer friends, and you're not a scammer. You might throw salt on their game. I guess it comes from expectations, right? So I think like I said, for the jobs and stuff, like they know what they're looking for. They know what they want. But how do you like get like? I guess what I'm trying to say is, okay, has rejection impacted your confidence? Like, do you think does it make you over-examine yourself in certain areas?
I'm not gonna lie. Rejection in the work field, I just kind of step back and take a look at my work and just be like, you know what, I could use a little fixing right here. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Just kind of, I think what happens when it comes to stuff like that, I just try to make my work look like stuff that I want to work. Like the area of work I want to work in.
Right. It's like your resume.
Yeah. So I try to like clean it up. So I step back. When it comes to dealing with people, it definitely fucks on my confidence. Especially like if I ain't do nothing.
Yeah. Like
they just ghost me out of nowhere and I start thinking like, well, what was it? Did my breath stink? Did this happen? Yeah. Did I use so many filters or I don't know. But I'm working on it. That's all I can say.
It's normal. I mean, for me, with the job thing, I just try to like go for jobs that don't even hint at a specific skill that I don't have, which is so funny because once you get into the job, you realize you don't even need it. But anyway, so that is a cool thing. But I think for me, for friendships and relationships, I kind of do this thing where I like throw everything out there so it's not a shocker. So I'll like make sure people know certain things about, like, my biggest thing for real with friends is I don't drink and smoke. Like, people just seem to be like the shocker. I don't understand why it's even that deep, but I always make it clear that I don't drink or smoke. So now I don't have to deal with rejecting you or you rejecting me when it comes to being in those kind of environments. And if there's anything, like, I just kind of put it out there. Like, a lot of people are frivolous with their spending. I'm cheap. I'm very cheap.
Yeah. So
I don't want to do that. And not like I pour it out in front of them, but I kind of, when the opportunity arises, I make sure like, oh yeah, girl, not me, because I'm cheap type of situation. Not like I don't want to spend $10 on a mimosa because I don't drink, and I don't want to spend $10 on any kind of drink. It's just kind of like just so you know. And so now we can have a conversation about it in that moment and joke about it, and it's cool. And now it's like, oh yeah, no, at least you're cool. She just don't do this. Instead of it being like, hey girl, we going to the compound tonight. And now I got to be like, I don't want to go because I don't do this. And it's like, toot your nose up type of thing. And I think that's actually how I kind of got funny as an adult. Like, some things that I was insecure about, I learned how to like make jokes out of them, and it just like boosted my creativity to be like a funny person. And now
so basically you telling me that you are a funny person to cover up the fact that you're insecure. I'm
so insecure.
I'm just playing.
No, I do have insecurities, but I did used to turn my insecurities into jokes so I can get more comfortable with it, because I feel like if you make a joke about it, nobody else can make you feel any less about it than you already do.
Okay.
Hello. Anyways, this episode is getting really long. Do you have anything else to
add? Shake your tits.
Oh Lord, me?
Nah, just anybody.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, anyway, do I have anything to add? Y'all, thank y'all so much for leaving these reviews. I swear, every time I mention leaving a review, we get like 5. She
is in love with the reviews,
because it really helps us get more listeners. And I noticed because we get a lot of likes on our Facebook page, which we never even mentioned. It's on the episode notes, but we get like 14, 15, 20 different likes on the Facebook page. I get new follows on my account, on the Instagram account. More reviews, like I said, and they're all 5 stars. I really appreciate it, y'all. We trying to blow up. We trying to blow up. And, really, we just want to, you know what I'm saying, be a really big podcast. There's a lot of podcasts out there, and they're not as consistent or genuine as me and Draco. So we just really deserve our flowers.
For sure. Okay.
Anyways, y'all, it's been another episode of OD Podcast. See you next week.
Bye.